We in the basement with it. Listen, I'm sitting down with newly published artists. Writer. Author.
Yeah.
But you are a writer, an artist, because an author and an artist all align with one another, right?
It's true, it's true.
Chal Deboris, tell us about yourself.
Named Chal Deboris. Grew up in Philadelphia. I'm an artist, newly published author, a rebirth of a rebellion.
When did you first realize you wanted to be a writer?
Childhood, I always was writing. But it wasn't until I became an adult, decided to really hone in on my craft. So.
Tell us a little bit about the book. I mean, you don't want to give up all the secrets, but the name is definitely dope.
Appreciate that. So, the story followed the main character named Aiden Ames. He's like a technology guru. So, he lost loved ones, so he was trying to build a time machine to go back to save them. But instead, he built the machine to go to a parallel universe. So when you get there, him and two of his closest friends, they wound up getting stranded. As soon as he got there, a group of rebels robbed him. And then you later find out that his version of himself in that universe was a leader of a rebellion. So the government trying to figure out how he alive when they know they killed him. So now they after him. So while he trying to find his watch, he also got to look out for the government that's now after him.
Oh, that's crazy. How long does it take for you to write a book?
Took me 3 months to write that book.
3 months? How many books did you write so far?
I wrote 8 with 1 published.
So tell me a little bit about your workflow in terms of how do you go about writing, when do you write?
So how I go about writing, I find the concept. So you want to hear how I came up with the concept for that?
Yeah.
So me and my friends, we was talking who would you remember that, was it Brandy or Monica that like, I will cross the ocean for you, that song?
Yo, that's messed up. I want to say,
I think it was Monica.
I don't think it was either one of them.
It was one of them. Anyway.
Let's just go with Monica.
All right, so that song was on.
We gotta look that up. But go ahead, I'm listening.
So that song was playing, so me and my homie was just finding females who we across the ocean for, stuff like that. Me growing up, I had a crush on Selena Gomez. So I was I'll go to the moon and back for Selena Gomez, right? Mm-hmm. But that's how I got that concept, going to another universe for somebody, that's where the main character, you go to another universe for somebody you love, but that's how that concept developed. Just
that was
that
dope.
song.
So it was definitely Monica. Okay?
It was Monica, all right.
Yeah, I apologize, Monica. Definitely Monica.
But once I came up with the concept, I knew the ending of the book. I just figured out how I'm going to end the book. So once I had the ending, I could do my start and just lead all the way up to the end.
So what would you say your interesting writing quirk is?
I would say drawing my characters out. Seeing my characters on paper, I draw them, it give me motivation, to go off their characters. I can really bring them to life.
So you can draw as well, that's dope.
I draw my book covers.
All right, so you are all around artist. That's fire, that's fire. So I know a lot of people is going to be interested in this question because game is very, very important, you know what I'm saying, to give out some game. And a lot of people don't want to give out knowledge. How do you actually get a book published?
So it's 2 ways. You got the traditional way, then you got the self-publishing way. So the traditional way is where you got to try to find an agent, got to write query letters, submit your manuscript to multiple agents because they might come back rejected. But the way I did it, I did self-publishing. And if you do self-publishing, you own more of your profits. So if I would have went to a publishing company, I get 25% off of what I write. If I go through self-publishing, I get all my profits. But the difference is the publishing companies, they pay for your marketing and advertisement and everything. As a self-published author, you have to do it all yourself.
Yeah. I mean, the best route is always to go independent because you get to keep a large portion of your return, your profit. But then on the other hand, to go with a company, they'll be able to put your book or your project or whatever it may be and, market it to a bigger audience because they got more funding, more money behind them. Of course, you know that.
Yeah,
So it's like, it's what do you do?
So this
Go
how
the Master P route, the Nipsey Hussle route.
I would say go those routes.
The long route.
Because look, say if I'm sending agents my manuscript, publishing companies, editors, it take 3 months for them to get back to me. Now let's just say I self-publish and I get it published within those 3 months. Now I got something to promote myself when I'm just, instead of looking at my email waiting to get a response back from the publishing company.
What do you like to do when you're not writing?
Spending time with the family.
Family is important, man. Family is very, very important. You know what I mean? Family is actually first in a lot of cases.
For real.
Family and your health, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times we out there chasing the dollar, you know what I mean? And you can chase the dollar, you can die trying to chase it. And you never spent any time with your family and you completely unhealthy. So family and health is definitely wealth.
I like that.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I had to quote that in one of my books.
I appreciate that. On the topic of the family, what do they think about you, writing and everything? How do they feel about it?
My family are my biggest supporters. Like, they keep me motivated in writing. Like, all the love and support they show me.
That's fire. That's fire. Without family support, it's very difficult for our artists, because it's already a struggle trying to show your passion and your dream to somebody and for them to see it, and not to have your family who lives in the house with you, who are around you, every day, who you talk to, not supporting you, it's hard. Very, very hard.
If I ain't had family support, I probably wouldn't put out a book because they the first person you go to and say, can you read this?
Mm-hmm.
They give good feedback. Then you say, can you ask one of your friends to read it, but don't tell them you know the author. And then you get that's how you know you really got something. The person they give it to, them, because if you know somebody, people probably don't want to tell you something not good because they know you, they don't want to hurt your feelings. So if I get a family member to give one of their friends, and then they come to me and say they liked it, and I ain't even tell them you was the author of it, that I knew you. So that keep me motivated to go right there.
What's the most surprising thing you learned when you was creating your book?
The most surprising thing was the power of words. How you could just bring a character to life.
Words are very, very powerful.
They do.
Yeah. Words and women. That's the number one
sure.
killer.
For sure.
Words and women.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean. So I appreciate you stopping through. I definitely appreciate you bringing the book. I'm going to read the book. I'm going to also have my young boy read it. I don't know if my daughter's going to be interested in it, but I'm gonna give it to her. Only because she don't seem like she's into would you consider that sci-fi?
It's sci-fi, but
yeah, that's just because I personally know her. But that's not the downplay it. I don't want to make it seem like that. I'm a pitch it to her for you. I'm gonna pitch it. I'm be like, yo,
I appreciate it,
my folks wrote this. Check it out.
But now that you said that, it brings me into the thesis I wrote on while I wrote the book.
Okay.
If we could dive into, can I grab a
Yeah, dive into it.
I'm just going to read the introduction real quick. It's crazy how that just came about. So the title of the thesis is Rebirth of a Rebellion, Empowering the Black Community Through Young Adult Science Fiction. So the introduction is, in a world where representation matters, it's crucial to provide diverse narratives that empower and inspire underrepresented communities. Young adult science fiction novels have captivated readers worldwide, but the Black community has been largely overlooked in this genre. Rebirth of Rebellion aims to bridge the gap by offering a compelling hero and a captivating story that speaks directly to the young black readers. Rebirth of Rebellion, a novel specifically targeting young adult science fiction readers within the black communities, fill a void in the literary landscape by providing a hero that resonates with readers who have been underrepresented in popular dystopian novels like Hunger Games, Maze Runner, and Divergent.
That gave me the chill. You know what I mean? We need it.
Yeah.
We need to be recognized for creating those type of stories instead of being represented as thugs and hoes and in books and movies all the time. And that's no shot towards those authors or those creative people, because it's still a form of art. You never want to knock someone else's art, but I never knew that authors who wrote those type of genres of books are overlooked. And basically that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, so
it's good that you are an author who is trying to push the envelope.
for sure. If I could read one more thing.
Go ahead. Nah, I'm here with you.
So one of the paragraphs titled "Representation Matters." The lack of representation in popular young adult science fiction novels has left many black readers feeling excluded and disconnected from the genre. By introducing a protagonist who reflects their experience, Rebirth of a Rebellion provides a much-needed sense of belonging and validation. According to a study conducted by a cooperative children's book center, only 10% children's book published in 2019 feature black characters. 10%. Highlighting the urgent need for more diverse narrative. By addressing this gap, Rebirth of a Rebellion not only entertains, but also empowers young black readers to see themselves as the heroes of their own story.
Fire. Chal Deboris, y'all. Tap in. Where can they find you at? Let them know all your platforms.
Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Goodreads, Google Books, Apple Books, ChalDeboris.com.
Basement Talk.